The Flora and Fauna cabinet contains a group of ceramic pieces that are close approximations to objects in the natural world. They either show ceramics which are shaped like fruits and vegetables, or in the case of the large vase in the center, it shows a tiger painted onto the surface of the vase, which is taken from a natural history print of the time period.
The White Earth cabinet contains white salt-glazed stoneware made in England in the mid-18th century, and the drawers explore the different ways that the potters in England used this clay to imitate Chinese porcelain and also to create very finely molded patterns in their wares. This cabinet, called Blue and White, contains tin-glazed earthenware made in England from the late 17th into the first decades of the 18th century, and many of them have these really wonderful sculptural images of nature. So this one has these funny little newts and birds. In the back there's a vase made specifically to hold tulips and has floral imagery all over it. This case, called Fossils and Agates, is about the popular fascination with geology in the mid-18th century. And it was so popular for people to think about where fossils came from and what kinds of stones were being found all over the world that potters in England came up with ways to make teawares and tablewares that imitated these stones. So we have two teapots that are painted very finely to look like fossils that were being found in parts of England. And then a number of pieces that are made with different colored clay mixed together to look like agate stone, and they were actually called agateware in the period.
This cabinet is called Life Studies, and when I thought about this cabinet initially, I wanted to do something that was portraits of three really over-the-top amazing pieces from the collection. And once the three pieces were chosen, Sarah pointed out that all three of them contain elements that were cast from nature, and for all three pieces, those are shells.
Taking casting from life was the process by which potters would take actual objects from nature, like shells, and make molds, and then create clay versions of those. And in the mid-18th and early 19th century, it became more and more common for these life castings to appear on very elaborate ceramic pieces. In this case, it's a centerpiece or a sweetmeat dish that would have gone on the center of a very formal dining table. And one of the legacies that this piece carries on is this ongoing interest in the grotto. Starting in the Renaissance, people were interested in these natural places where they would arrange shells and corals and exotic items, and it was a place to go that was outside of the formal life. And so there's this long-standing interest in grottos as a place to escape to get away from your formal dining table. And so the drawer that's in this cabinet is actually its own little grotto space.